Judge, I wanted to approach on a fugitive case. I wanted to see if we could bring him out.
What would you like to do?
Judge, I wanted to approach to see if you would reconsider a fugitive bond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're diving in fast. Fugitive bond request right out the gate. Here's your first question. Should someone with an out-of-state warrant ever get a bond to self-surrender? Wrap your take in the comments, because what happens next is pretty telling.
Good morning, Mr. Jackson. So, Amy, we spoke about this last week.
Yes, Judge.
I denied him a bond last week.
Yes.
Has anything changed?
No, Judge. It's still asking for no bond.
Tell me, I don't even remember. What does he want it for?
He's wanted from Broomfield County, Colorado for failure to appear for burglary. It was issued in October of 2023. He's also here in Harris County for evading other vehicles. He also has other criminal history that we can go into, but it would need to be offline stream.
Okay, I remember that. Okay.
Judge, yes. First, criminal history. I don't know how much we should go into that. We are here.
Don't go into anything that's...
No, just
We're going to-
it's not something I want to go into anyways. I don't think it's relevant to whether or not he's going to turn himself into Colorado or not. I think if we focus on that, the argument is that he would like an opportunity to go turn himself into Colorado for this pending case. He hasn't been found guilty out there. He's presumed innocent. He would like the opportunity to go turn himself in. He hasn't messed up in your court before. He hasn't been given that opportunity before. And he is not asking for a PR bond. He's asking for a bond sufficient enough to guarantee that he will go turn himself in over there. He has family members here in court today showing their support for him. He's got 3 family members. After talking with them, they are inclined to help him make a bond as well. They understand the risks. He understands the risks if he doesn't turn himself in over there. He understands the complications.
Now pause. The defense is laying it on thick. Family in court promises to surrender and not asking for a free pass. But remember, this guy's already skipped court in Colorado. Would you trust him with another shot, or is this just polished persuasion?
Of having to meet his court date deadlines. And so we are just asking for you to consider giving him a sufficient bond to go turn himself in.
Who's here? Mom?
Judge, we have his sister, we have stand up, please. We have his sister-in-law, his girlfriend, and his cousin. Sister-in-law, and girlfriend.
Thank you for coming, God. Really, I appreciate you coming. You're welcome to come up if you want.
And these are the family members that would be responsible for helping him post the bond. They would be posting the bond for him, and they understand the risks involved.
Sure. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. You know, and I told this to Mr. Jackson about a week and a half ago. There are several things that I look at when I give someone a bond. One of the things I look at is their prior criminal history, what they have done, how old they are, and whether they've left a wake of just destruction in their path. Mr. Jackson is very young. He's what, 20, 22? And in the short time that he's been alive, he's managed to rack up a ton of cases. Just here in Harris County, an evading that was dismissed in 2021.
There it is. The judge zeroes in on a pattern. Evading, fleeing, running. This isn't just a paperwork issue anymore. It's a credibility crisis. And that line? I don't want my public to be in danger. That's a powerful anchor. Public safety always trumps second chances in the eyes of the court.
He picked up a felony theft in 24, an evading arrest in 24. He has a fugitive case out of another jurisdiction of another state. And now he picked up here 2 weeks ago, another evading arrest. So the common theme that we have here is, I'm going to take off and I'm going to try to evade. That's the common theme that we have. And The two things that I don't want are, number one, I don't want him to pick up another case. And most importantly, I don't want my public to be in danger. These are the things that I consider. What is he wanted for out of state?
Failure to appear for burglary.
And now he has another burglary in another state for failure to appear for that. At what point do we say when? So my point is that the problem is that if I give him a bond and he just takes off, all you guys are going to lose out on all that money. And what happens if he picks up another charge? So these are the things that I consider, and this is why I denied him a bond the first time, is because what the common theme that we have here is that in the short time that he's been an adult, there's a ton of evading and flight cases. That's why I didn't want to give him a bond. Because in my opinion, he already has 3 flight cases. Do we need a 4th? And that's what scares me. Carter.
Judge, considering all that,
Whoa. Let's take a moment here. The judge just dropped a truth bomb about societal challenges, racial realities, and accountability all in one breath. That line, "The bill comes due," it's more than just courtroom rhetoric, it's a turning point. Does the justice system give enough grace, or is this the wake-up call some need? Asterisk.
considering his family's here, we would be asking for an amount that ensures his attendance in Colorado. I think by putting an amount on his case, it would ensure that he hasn't had this opportunity before. He hasn't had a risk of losing money before. This risk would ensure that he does what's right and turns himself in over there.
But he has, though. You know, he has. He got out in Colorado, failed to appear on that. He's constantly trying to evade, here as well. It's a constant thing. And I can't continue to say, okay, it's okay for you to do this. La da 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 da. It's not okay. The bill comes due. Do you understand? At 22, you have all these cases? Life is hard enough as a young black man in today's society as it is. And now with all this, really? You want a pat on the back for all this? You want me to just, no. Now the bill comes due.
Judge, if I may, respectfully, one of the things that I wanted to do was look into the Colorado system to see if it was actually a failure to appear or if this was a sort of like a 2B warrant here in Texas. I wasn't able to log into that system over there, and I don't think we can make the distinction on whether or not it was a 2B warrant based on the documents that have been filed, or if this is one of those situations where he missed a court date.
Regardless,
Okay.
all we have are someone constantly trying to evade capture. They're trying to evade police one way or the other. I have a feeling if I let him out, the same thing's going to happen, and I don't want that to happen. I don't want you to pick up a 4th case, 5th case. I certainly don't want anyone to be injured. And that's it. At 22, all this baggage, it's not going to happen, man. The bill comes due. I certainly appreciate you guys coming. I know that you've taken a lot out to be here today. It's just too much baggage. I'm sorry. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you for your consideration.
Of course.
We're here on Roderick Bolton.
Okay.
This is on the docket Monday, and
Was on the docket.
yeah, it was on the docket Monday.
Okay.
On the docket today. You want case number?
Sure.
It's 2551572. I was assigned to represent him on February the 17th, and he had already executed a waiver. He had a local case that's pending in court number 2, which the court granted him a PR bond on February 14th.
Uh-oh. You guys notified the remaining jurisdiction?
So this one,
Well, this is kind of unusual.
Okay.
We were reset until Monday because that would have been the 14-day time period. For some odd reason, even though the bond, which I want to tender to you, local case was signed by the judge, defendant, and everybody on February the 14th. and it was entered on February the 15th. For some odd reason, the sheriff's office didn't
Okay, just the last one.
look to hold off of him for the local case until
Well, this part is murky. We've got bond paperwork delays, jurisdiction misfires, and a defendant caught in the crossfire. Here's the real legal twist. When bureaucracy fumbles, who pays the price? The court's tone is shifting. Notice how the judge leans toward fairness over red tape.
February the 28th.
Julie Salgado, it was,
Are you saying they didn't see the release of the hold until the 28th?
no, it wasn't made until the 28th, but it wasn't remitted to the sheriff's office until March 3rd, according to Ray. So it was set on, bond was set on the 21st, but it wasn't made until the 28th, remitted on the 3rd.
Oh.
For the local case, not for the fugitive case. Sorry, for
The local
the,
case, bond was signed by the defendant, the magistrate, and
On the February 14th.
by February.
So the hold, so the 14 days starts running that day.
That's what I said.
I don't have the,
This is Christie, she's the attorney representing the local case. in court.
Yes, and I think there was an issue with the spin numbers too, but I don't know if that was.
there was a spin consolidation, that was a separate
Oh, okay.
hold. So that would have held regardless, but I'm gonna need Ray's expertise on that part, because I was asking most of the questions regarding that.
Where's he won from anyways? Is somewhere
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma for,
Ottawa,
Miami.
First degree robbery, though.
yeah,
Ottawa County.
I mean, unless you have like a pre-signed waiver or, you know,
this one's,
carries a life term.
first degree robbery, I don't know, I can do a quick check.
I mean, he shouldn't be held to pay for the mistake of someone else.
Code. Let's see, that one is not less than 10 years, so 10 is the floor. What is,
I'm with you, Carl. I'm not gonna let him pay for someone else's mistake, you know?
So the fugitive is dismissed.
Well, I don't know. If he decides not to, then I'll just give him a PR bond.
Okay.
well, no, I mean, in terms of, so,
Or how do you want to handle it, Dave?
hold on. Actually, the other thing I tasked Amy is to contact the demanding jurisdiction to figure out when they would be able to come.
I'm still waiting on a response from the next.
I mean, because we still have a couple days regardless, right?
Right.
Well, he's
So,
in court today on the misdemeanor, which was reset until March the 18th, 17th.
But you, yeah.
Regardless, though, they still have a couple days for the 14 days, or is the 14 day today?
The 14 days would have been up March 3rd.
if you're going all the way back to the 15th, sure, but I contend that he
It's
did,
over.
I contend that he didn't make it until the 28th. Because there's still the spin consolidation even before the leasehold, so.
No, he made the bond on February the 14th. The sheriff's office, that's on them. They didn't do whatever they were supposed to do until March the 3rd or February 28th or whatever
Well,
dates
They
are
didn't
relevant.
do anything wrong, they never got the information, so they didn't do anything wrong because they didn't get the paper.
So is the district clerk's office then?
They're right with the judge. He's right there. So it's the one that we talked about regarding the hold, figuring out what the hold issue was, but I don't know to the contents of it, just that the sheriff's office didn't have it. So,
Regardless, I can't,
yeah.
I'm not gonna let him pay for someone else's mistake. Whoever, it doesn't matter who it is.
No, but I'm saying, even assuming going back for the dates that he had after he made the bond, is there was still a spins consolidation hold, which is different because that's not case specific, but I don't know the answer to
Here?
that.
No, right.
He's in court number
Court
two.
two.
I'd like to talk to him.
Can the buddies bring him up
Because
to?
what I'd like to do is admonish him to let him know that
I'm very confused.
we're gonna release you, but that warrant is out there and it's always gonna be out there and they can go and get a hold here tomorrow or later today.
Let's live there. He was just here for.
So if you release him on bond, Judge, does he have 14 days to go up there to get the?
No, he's
No.
released. He can do it.
Do you want me to run down to
The
court
warrant
too?
will always be there.
Okay, you want to come, you want to,
He could theoretically call them and they could issue a new one right now before he's even released.
Sorry, so, because in the condition that he is released, Judge, you typically give them an opportunity to respond in lieu of them not coming. If it's a matter of just, of the court admonishing,
I was gonna admonish the defendant and go, look, you know, I'm giving you a PR bond, right? Because there was a mix-up
But for the PR bond, that would necessitate a reset for a future date, which is why I'm bringing up the question. If it's an admonishment for him to return, it still needs a set date
Yeah.
for robbery.
That's right.
That's what I was asking.
But that being said, I'm double checking because it's a floor of 10 for first degree robbery.
And this is wild. A penal code with no max sentence listed? That's not a typo. It means life is technically on the table. It's a legal gray area where one judge's interpretation can literally define someone's future. Shouldn't sentencing laws be clearer than this?
If it's life, then he is not eligible, which is what I'm still checking.
When someone gets a charge and it carries a term of life, I'm not allowed to give them a bond, no matter what.
True.
So, I can't imagine on a first degree robbery it's going to be.
I mean, for our first degrees, we have 5 to life, so assuming that Oklahoma's similar, then
Well, that's
that's
true.
what I'm checking. I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean,
Well, there's different degrees of robbery in the state of Texas.
this one's first degree though. This one it says on the teletype. But Google AI, however reliable that is, does say life. But let me double check though. I don't want to misspeak.
You'll sign in just a minute.
Murder, solicitation, murder, manslaughter, robbery in the first degree, felony. HOA. So right now we're the Oklahoma Penal Code. So
You speak Okie?
not well. Not well.
I don't think that, they can't read and write up there anyway.
208.
Okay, go ahead and sign, please.
You be talking about sinners.
Robbery, 2 or more persons, a felony. Attempted robbery with
10 years.
I'm sorry?
I got 10 years, but I don't know, it
No,
could be
it's-
wrong too.
Well, not less than 10 years, but it doesn't show the maximum. I don't think it cites a maximum,
Just a minimum?
just a minimum. Well, some states just do that where there's just a minimum and obviously there's no ceiling. With the exception of,
Yeah, I see what you said. There's no max, which is really weird, right? It's like,
it is, but it's not the first penal code that I've seen that does it that way. But I interpret that as life in prison. If you want me to double check, I can call the ADs there if they interpret that in life in prison. If they do, obviously it's involved.
how can you possibly interpret that as a life sentence?
Oh, like I said, I can call the DA's office there and double check. That's why I want to, if I may have a few minutes to stand down, I can call the DA's office up there. I'll do that right now.
Judge, did you?
Any way you want it, do you want him up here, Judge? One way or another?
Start picking a jury at 11 is what I was told in court too.
Is there any way we could get him, you think?
I was,
Deputy, he's in court 8. Can we get Roderick Bolton? He's down in court number 2.
Is it possible to get someone who's in court too? Please, Bolton. Do you mind giving him the cause number and maybe he can